All right, let's take a look at this Educational Insights Count and Match wooden set. This is for preschool age children, three and up. It's to help teach counting, math, basic math skills. Inside the box, you get 2 bags with the balls. You get 2 of the tongs for picking up the balls. You get your 2 boards. You get a very small instruction set. So this tells you which tokens you get, which is a nice inventory list. It tells you, you get 10 of each of the balls, yellow or is that like a greenish yellow, and blue, and the tongs, 1 of each of the tongs. It tells you how to use it for basic counting and number recognition. They give an example of some equations that you can build with a child. A lot of this stuff I think you could, and you will be able to think up on your own, different ways to use this. So the premise is that you have these boards. This is what they look like. They are hard. They feel like a hollow plastic. They do. This is a wooden table. You can see it. They do kind of bounce on here. They're probably about 1 inch in diameter, and those go on the base here like this. You have the tokens, green. So there's a whole bag full of these for doing your numbers and your counting. You do equations. There are somewhere in here. There are. Let's see if I can find one here. There's an equal sign. A little bit larger than the balls, just for size purposes. You can see that there's an equal sign, there's a plus sign, there we go. So you could have an equation on here, where's the plus 5 equals 7, and then maybe you have your child count out the number of balls for 7. You got 2, and then 5, and maybe that you can visualize that's 7 balls. The tongs you can use. I think to me this is the one weak part of the system. These tongs, like when you go to grip it here, it's not gripping the tong in the hole of the tongue. Like it's not in there where it should be. These can't go down far enough to get into the to get into. These can't go down far enough for the hole. So it's kind of, I appreciate what they were doing, trying to use the same wood, the same plywood throughout the system, in the tongs here, but they just don't, they're not gripping in there in the hole like they should be to make it more secure grip. The other thing is that they're very tight and kind of hard to manage. I mean, I'm an adult with adult-sized hands, obviously, but for a 3-year-old trying to use these, I don't know how easy this will be for them to do. I guess the option would just be to have the child pick it up with their hand. That's the one weak part of the system I don't like. They're well made, they just don't work very well, and they're not designed very well for what they should be doing here, in my opinion. These are all done really nicely. They've got a clear coat on them of some sort, some kind of sealant, and the paint feels nice. It feels strong, and I'm not able to scratch it off easily. The balls are hard but light. Again, a few basic activities on the instruction sheet here. Nothing earth-shattering. The coolest thing about it is having the inventory, so you put the stuff back correctly. And you have this box to reuse if you want to reuse this as storage. So this is the Educational Insights Count and Match wooden counting system. I think it retails for about $23 right now. That's an okay value. I think other than the tongs, it's a very nicely made set. It's plywood, but it doesn't feel cheap. It's very nicely done for plywood, and it looks nice. It's nicely cut and sanded. So I like it. I'd recommend it if you don't mind the fact that the tongs are a bit difficult to use for small hands. Any questions? Leave a comment. I'll try and answer as soon as I can. And thanks for watching.